So, I assume that everybody is extremely excited to have some more hot Yuuki content in this game, after meeting him yesterday.
God, just lay it on me, pour it right into all of my face holes.
Okay, but first, we need to talk about Ko's exceptional fashion sense.
What?
Chef kiss.
Also, yes, you ended up at Shiori's place again because you're a fuckstick who can't cook a goddamn omelet for yourself. He looks so proud of himself for putting together this outfit.
Yeah, just work it, you sexy beast. Tokisaka, help me. My spyware app killed my sister. Also, I keep pronouncing his name wrong. It's Tokisaka.
I feel like at this point, no one should expect any of us to be getting his name right.
His name is whatever you want it to be, Crow.
Just Quo Toki Subway. Alright, so without going too in-depth here, basically our bullshit just T-boned your bullshit, and so now,
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to understand the waistcoats on Ko and Sora right now.
Sora's looks less offensive than Ko's does.
yeah, the tie really classes it up, so she's rocking it way better than he is.
I suppose that's fair.
Also, I'm really digging that shadow in the background.
Yeah, the fucking, like early 2000s Winamp visualizer shadow on the bench there. Okay, there's Z fighting, and then there's whatever the fuck that thing is, and that scares the shit out of me.
I like how it just literally changes every so often, even though the camera isn't moving.
仕事について何か話してたような気が。確か市内のどこかでイベントをやってて、そっちの準備があるとかなんとか。ああ、でも場所はどこだっけ？なんで聞いてないんだよ、僕。落ち着いて。思い当たる場所はないか。
Anyway, hi, it's time for another pop quiz. Sure hope you've been exploring.
Ah, motherfucker.
I mean, off the top of my head, I would guess Station Square?
Yeah, so I wouldn't expect anybody to get that immediately, but there is an empty building, like you know in the end of Brick Alley where that lady's painting?
Sure, yeah.
I don't know how much attention you've paid, but there's a lady painting like towards the end. It's like the building after her is this empty art gallery if you examine it.
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna say that question's kind of vague, like, because I can totally see, like, events being held at Station Square, too.
僕も行くに決まってるじゃん。はっきり言ってまだ事態は全然飲み込めてないけど、このままあんたらだけに任せておけるわけないだろ。
だろうな。構わねえか、柊。
いいわ。いざの時は下がっていてもらうけれど、とにかく準備を整えつつレンガ小道に向かいましょう。
Hooray?
Somehow that made us smarter. Oh wait, no, that's because we answered the question right.
Yeah, because we answered the question correctly, we got with the wisdom.
I'm assuming just, like, in general, with how smart Yuuki is, like, you know, he probably just raises the group IQ by a couple of points just by being here.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like that might go for, like, that might work for, like, a raw intelligence stat, but if we're talking about actual wisdom, I feel like he might bring things down a little bit.
Anyway, June also lives in the bougie apartments.
I was about to ask why he's standing outside of Yuki's apartment, but I guess if he lives here, that checks out.
Not entirely sure how he affords it either, but, you know, details.
I mean, I'm just assuming that he lives with his family who are rich. I'm sure that assumption is going to be proven wrong, though, at some point.
Gonna say, it's a bougie apartment complex for 15-year-olds. Duh.
Yeah, no, I got a feeling there's probably gonna be, like, a whole bunch of assumptions about June that are just gonna be spectacularly wrong, but we'll see.
Anyway, we could go straight to this, definitely not an eclipse gate, but let's just take a second and see what all is going around town here.
You know, I'm a little disappointed the pound cake just isn't on the menu.
I mean, that's what I was checking for, to be honest. I think it's a bold claim that Yukino ever has customers, period. Ko.
Yeah, buddy, you work here. Sometimes, like, you would probably know how much traffic she gets.
I mean, at this point, Ko should basically just, like, drop Yuki off here and just, like, I don't know, have him strike up a conversation with Yukino, maybe get her into his insider trading racket so that she can actually make some money instead of just sitting there in that empty shop with no customers.
Should I be concerned that she sells Juju bone shards?
I mean, she has some very interesting... that was actually why I popped that menu up. I was like, what does she even sell? And it's like, oh, she has Eclipse upgrade material. That's very interesting.
事先覚めない眠りについちゃうかも。
I appreciate that they give so little of a shit about Yuuki. They're just openly discussing the eclipse and everything, like, right in front of him. Just every time he has a question, they just completely ignore him. Like, that's actually, like, ice fucking cold. Like, this kid's sister has just disappeared after you came and warned him that some shady shit was going down. He reluctantly joins you, and then you just fucking disappear right in front of him and be like, stay here, we'll take care of this.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, like, and especially, like, when the kid basically just, like, had almost a legit mental breakdown about just how legitimately terrified he is that his sister might be dead right now.
Anyway, welcome to the Corridor of Souls. It's our introduction to the castle dungeon.
Oh yeah, because that was my favorite dungeon from Persona 4.
I like this one a lot, actually. This is, like, the enemies in it are not great, but I like the archetype in general, though. It's one of the few that are actually, like, open, so it's generally pretty easy to see where, like, what's just a little room with goodies and where you have to actually go.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
I also like that you keep your casual outfit.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's a really neat feature.
Yeah, no need to, explain away the fact that, I don't know, Atlas didn't want to, like, introduce costumes to Persona 4 or 3, like, original releases. So Asuka's shot there just goes, like, perfectly horizontal, right?
Yes. Yeah, Asuka's shot is not affected by gravity at all, so it's impossible to aim down.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, does it still count as a hit, though, even though it's, like, way over an enemy's head that, like, they've descended to, like, a lower part of the level?
No. No, it has to actually hit them.
Okay, we're not playing by Doom classic rules then.
Anyway, you can definitely tell that I haven't played this in a little bit since I started recording this, because I keep doing shit I really did not intend to.
Yeah, like that was a random place for just like an EX burst, and you're just getting owned by like everything you probably shouldn't be right now.
The sweeping laser that eyeball shoots is... It's one of those things that's a lot more annoying in groups. Like, just one is very easy to stun lock and just knock them out, but if there's a bunch of them, it can get dicey because, as you saw, it has a very wide sweep radius on that thing.
Yeah, and I'm assuming if you've got, like, coverage between, like, 3 or 4 of them, then, oh god, that could get super annoying.
I wasn't expecting this game to become a bullet hell, third-person hack-and-slash 2.
I mean, bullet hell is a little much.
Yeah, more like beam hell at this point.
It's the principle of the thing.
If it wasn't immediately obvious, these things spawn, these pads spawn enemies at a fixed interval. So, if you were exceptionally slow at killing things, that you could theoretically have a lot of enemies on your hands, but that is unlikely.
Yeah, seeing as how, like, most things here go down in, like, 1 attack cycle, maybe 2 if you're, like, if they're, like, really, really strong.
Once again, the solution to all of our problems is liberal application of Sora.
It's gonna be a sad day when she's, actively, blocked by the majority of the enemies.
Anyway, the Haze Fairy is it's a little rude. Aside from the obvious ads problem, the entirety of the platform is surrounded by that purple water that will poison you if you step into it. Don't do that.
Oh no. Well, I mean, at least only one party member is out at once, and you know, she can't push them into the poison.
Yeah, but she can fly over the poison, which is kind of the problem.
Also, this rotating elemental weakness thing seems like it could be probably a hell of a lot of bullshit.
It could be, but if you have a cross drive, it just makes them, you know, it makes her weak to everything, and that solves most of your problems.
I'm going to assume that's what the A elemental is, right?
Yes.
Good to know. Good to know.
Also, there was a sort of a blink and you miss it in there, but she does have a self-heal. It's not great. Gives her back about 1,500 health, which is not a lot, but still, you don't like to see it.
So if I may ask a question for the future, what's Yuki's elemental type, by the way?
Steel.
Okay, so then yeah, that's really smart having the greed that shows up from his sister's mental trauma be weak against his elemental type. Almost as if the game is saying something.
It's probably not saying something quite as much as the spider that just literally stole her soul, but you know, there was an attempt at subtlety there.
God, I fucking hate it when that happens. Okay, so good news and bad news.
姉さん
よかった。目が覚めたみたいですね。大した怪我もなさそうですし。
まあなんとか間に合ってよかったぜ。
あんたらもう何がなんだか後でちゃんと説明しろ
Yeah, Asuka's just like, I can explain all of this, just here, look at my phone for a second, mind wipe.
Oh, you know she's thinking it. You already know that she's got it, like, primed and ready to go.
おいなんとか言えっての一体どうしたってのさ
Also, yeah, she's looking a little bit, came back wrong, so I don't think a mind wipe's gonna help this one right now.
おい
So, as it turns out, Yuuki is still going to be a little bit useful to us in this quest, so we're not gonna wipe his memory quite yet.
どういうことだ
We're gonna let him outlive his usefulness first, obviously.
That's just a pragmatic way of doing things. Was Asuka the only one to notice the spider greed?
I think they all kind of noticed it, but just, like, Ko and Sora have, like, no context for it, so they were just like, yay, we did it, we won! Oh, fuck.
そして精神とはあまりにも脆いものこのまま失われることになったらおそらく二度と元通りには
さすがに頭が追いつかないってそれがそんなことが神様アプリのせいだって僕が作ったアプリが姉さんをこんなことにしたってそんなこと
Well, I mean, it wasn't the app specifically, but it was the gateway that had all this happen, so, you know, little column A, little column B.
Yeah, it's that good old but-for, supposition. Although, I will give Yuki's voice actor credit, like, they are just knocking every emotion that he's been showing right out of the park so far with the voice acting.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you knew what it looked like, you know, there's just no way for us to know what kind of greed it was. None at all.
真偽はともかく、よくわからない異次元の化け物ってのが神様アプリに絡んで悪さをしたんだろう。だったらアプリの本体を調べれば行き先だろうがなんだろうがわかるはずさ。
What now? The original part?
Okay, just give this kid his fucking hammer already, because I think if anyone deserves to beat the shit out of a bunch of demons with it, it's him at this point.